What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Blu-ray Bandit. I got a couple boxes here full of Criterions and 4Ks. We're gonna open them up together. Let's go! First up, we have a package here from eBay. This comes to us via Winter Garden, Florida, which is actually only about an hour away from me. There are 8 4K titles inside this box. I paid a total of $69.20 shipped to my door. That brings the per title average to $8.65 each. Let's see what's inside. First up, we've got The Joker, a great dark take on the classic Batman villain. Also a movie I already own on 4K, and I think I've sold maybe 2 copies of this on 4K as well. It's definitely a well-traveled 4K title. So I'm going to sell this copy of The Joker to help pay for some of the titles in this eBay lot that I plan on keeping. Next up is Terminator 2 Judgment Day, another title that is pretty well traveled on the used 4K Blu-ray market, and also a title that regularly sells for $9.99 brand new with slipcover on Amazon. Not quite sure what I'll get for this, but I would guess somewhere around $8. I already own Terminator 2 on 4K, so I will be reselling this copy, and it'll pretty much just pay for itself. Hacksaw Ridge, another title that regularly sells on Amazon for $9.99, and another title that I'm probably basically just going to get what I paid for it back when I resell it, because I already own a copy of this movie. It's a great war film directed by Mel Gibson. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out at least once. It's worth at least that watch. Yeah, inspirational story, awesome action scenes. I already own it, so I'm reselling. Apollo 13, another great movie that I already own on 4K. You'll notice a trend here. This is going to resell for more than what I paid for it, for sure. It might even pay for a full title that I plan on keeping. But yeah, fun space movie based on a true story, tense thriller, Ron Howard movie. Gotta love Ron Howard movies. This is easily one of his best with a great cast. Love it, which is why I already own it. This is going on eBay to a brand new owner. And here we have Parasite, the unlikely movie that won Best Picture at the Oscars just a short 2 years ago or so. This one is with slipcover. This also goes on sale on Amazon here and there, but still has a fair bit of demand. I actually already own this and my copy is sealed, so I will be swapping it out for this used copy and reselling my sealed copy. Not quite sure exactly what I'll get for my sealed copy, but I'm willing to bet with a little patience it will pay for itself and another title within this lot. This is Glory, the first of 3 titles in this lot of 8 that I am going to keep from my collection. This is a great Civil War-based war film. This is the 30th anniversary edition. It stars Matthew Broderick in a rare dramatic role, and a pretty young Denzel Washington. Also features Morgan Freeman and Cary Elwes, which if you don't know who that is, he's the dread Pirate Roberts in The Princess Bride. Yeah, it's a good historical war movie. It's a long one for sure, so if you're going to watch it, definitely carve yourself a good 3 hours or so. It's been quite a while since I've seen it, but I'm looking forward to re-experiencing it in 4K, added to the collection. And here we have Creed, the boxing Rocky reboot, I guess is what you'd consider the Creed series. Yeah, I'd rather have the 2-pack that I know is floating out there with Creed 1 and Creed 2 in it. And I already have both titles on Blu-ray, but I might as well upgrade them, right? If I'm going to keep them in the collection and the 4K is available, I might as well upgrade it. So that's what I did. Creed 1 is definitely my preferred Creed movie compared to Creed 2. Creed 2, I'm not quite sure why they made that movie. Like I'm not sure what in the script said, man, we got to make this right now. I think maybe they might have been better off just taking another year or two to give us a story that was a little more interesting than what we got in Creed 2. Yeah, the first movie is awesome, and I'm excited to add it to the shelf. And finally for this lot, we have Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, one of my favorites. It's definitely one of those movies that is super unique, and I can't imagine them ever making it these days. I mean, it's one of those movies that on paper, they would just crunch the numbers and say, there's no way this is ever going to make us our money back. But they did it at the time and it worked out. I think in the long run, I'm not sure everybody loves this movie, but I definitely do. This set contains the final cut on 4K, and that's the Redux on 4K. And then this is the final cut on Blu-ray and the Redux on straight Blu-ray. Then you have special features for the original and Redux, and also Heart of Darkness, the feature-length documentary that focused on the making of the film. Heart of Darkness on its own is worth a watch. Even if you don't enjoy Apocalypse Now, but you enjoy filmmaking, you should definitely check out Heart of Darkness. Yeah, I am definitely keeping this. It's probably the most valuable out of any of the titles in this lot, but I am definitely keeping this, adding it to the collection. Another classic off the list. Another package. This one comes to us from Valencia, California. This actually wasn't from eBay. This was just a straight purchase from another Bluetuber that you guys might know. Mr. Nichols sent me this box. I bought some Blu-rays from him. I paid $65 for 11 titles, bringing each title to $5.60 each. Let's see what's inside. First up is Black Snake Moan, starring Christina Ricci and Samuel L. Jackson. Also, Justin Timberlake's in it as well. I think this is actually one of the first movies he acted in. This is a very pulpy, strange movie. It's kind of a movie that I'm shocked kind of exists, and maybe one that if you watch today would play a little differently than it did back in 2007. I don't know. I think it was probably pretty racy even for 2007. Oh, look at this. There's a nice little bubble wrap right here in the package. How thoughtful. Thanks, Mr. Nichols. Yeah, so I remember enjoying this film, enjoying kind of the grindhousey nature of the storyline and kind of the non-politically correct directions the story goes. I don't know. I'm just excited to add it to the collection, give it a rewatch at least once, and then we'll see if I keep it in the long run. Probably keeping it, though, just because it's a little bit of an oddity. And here we have Battle Royale. This is the original Japanese version. That might be the only version now that I think about it. I don't think there was ever an American remake of this, unless you consider Hunger Games kind of Battle Royale light. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially it's a movie about some teenagers who are pitted against each other. I don't remember the exact premise, but it's definitely like kids hunting other kids for one reason or another. It's been quite a while since I've seen this, but I do remember enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to rewatching it. So, yeah, I was excited to get it from Mr. Nichols. Again, here we go with some packaging. I believe I knew in advance that this had a little bit of cover damage here and there, but I think just with a replacement case, those will not show up. I don't know. Either way, it's going to sit on the shelf for the majority of the rest of its life. As long as the spine looks good, I'm good. Battle Royale added to the shelf. And here we have the Jack Ryan 5-movie collection featuring Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, The Sum of All Fears, and Clear and Present Danger. Basically every Jack Ryan movie in one nice, neat little collection. As you can see, this is new and sealed. I think I already own 4 of these movies. I'm pretty sure I own all of them except for maybe Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. So I will be reselling my copies to help pay for this collection, as well as other titles in this box that I plan on keeping. Yeah, I love my space-saving collections, and this is definitely one of them. Next up, this is a Criterion disc. This is Jean-Luc Godard's Pierre Le Fou. This is a movie that I know very little about, but has come highly recommended to me. A friend of mine said this is one of those movies where if you ask somebody what their favorite movie is or what some of their favorite movies are, if they list this movie, you know they're cool. Whatever that means exactly. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I'm into it, and I'm looking forward to watching this for the first time and seeing it on Criterion. I mean, I know that I'm going to probably get about as good a presentation of this movie as is currently possible, and that's awesome. Whether I'm going to keep it or not, I don't know. That is still up for grabs. If I enjoy the movie, if I'm cool enough to make it one of my favorites, then I will definitely add it to the shelf. And if not, I'll give it a little eBay scan and see what it's worth. I honestly have no clue whether this is a rare Criterion Blu-ray or just a standard Blu-ray. I knew Mr. Nichols had it for sale, and I was like, hey, let's do it. So I'm going to give it a watch and then decide then whether it's going on the shelf or not. Next up is Frederick Fellini's 8.5, another Criterion Collection disc, and another one that I have not seen. But I certainly know of it. I know it's a classic. It's been on my list for forever and a day, and now I have no excuse but to watch it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. This one didn't come quite as highly recommended from the same person, but it is a classic. It's definitely worth at least one watch. And if I dislike it, I have no problem reselling it and getting a different Criterion that I'd rather keep. Next up, The Thin Red Line. This is a World War II movie directed by Terrence Malick. It's a long one. I think this movie is easily almost 3 hours long, but it has a great cast and it's a slow burn for sure. I mean, there's definitely some action sequences peppered here and there throughout the movie, but yeah, it is it's a slow-moving war movie, but a good one if you like great acting. I mean, if you're into Terrence Malick movies at all, you know that they generally take their time in getting to the place that Malick wants to get you to. But yeah, we got the disc and the booklet. This is one I've already seen before, but I'm excited to add it to the shelf and someday give it a rewatch. And finally, we've got High and Low. This is a film by Akira Kurosawa, best known for Seven Samurai. This is more like a detective movie of sorts. I think it's mostly a single location detective movie. So this is brand new, but barely sealed and came damaged. I knew about this in advance, so it's no big deal to me, but I'm going to go ahead and open it completely because I'm going to have to replace the case on this. I plan on keeping it and not reselling it. Looks like there's a little bit of damage to the insert as well, but that's fine. Sometimes when you deal in aftermarket copies of things, you can't completely control the quality on everything, and this is one that I knew in advance might have some issues here and there. Yeah, I mean, the case is pretty much nearly destroyed, but the booklet and the disc look good. That's all that really matters in the end. Another one that I've seen, another good one. If you're into Kurosawa movies, but you haven't checked out some of his modern work or most modern work, basically not period pieces, you should definitely check out High and Low. It's a good one. Looking forward to adding it to the collection. There we go. 19 titles, total of $134.20. That's a per title average of $7.06 per title. Not a bad average for some 4Ks and also some Criterion title collections. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your best shot at a free digital code. I like the smell of napalm in the morning. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.